A St. Johns County neighborhood next to a very popular beach is dealing with two major problems. Porpoise Point between Vilano Beach and the St. Augustine Inlet has really bad drainage issues with thin flood roads after storms for days. Now, the second issue there at Porpoise Point is erosion. The beach that used to be full of people, it is shrinking big time. This week, First Coast News' Jessica Clark reports on both problems, and today she shows us the problem with the flooding.
During Hurricane Matthew,
the waters were about as high as the mailboxes.
David Hudson has lived in the Porpoise Point area for about 10 years. During the past two hurricanes, he and his neighbors discovered there's a big drainage issue here, and they want to tackle the problem before the next hurricane. Porpoise Point is just south of Vilano Beach and is surrounded by water on three sides. And during the hurricanes, the water rushed in.
So this entire street was covered with water. I'd say to about 3 or 4 feet.
Vic Addison lives just down the street in Porpoise Point. He says after Matthew, the water escaped through a broken seawall. That wall was fixed, and then Hurricane Irma came, and the water
just sat here. So for about a week. People really couldn't get through here. You can't get emergency vehicles in very easily.
And then it comes up into about this high, and it just has nowhere to evacuate.
It's an easily fixable situation.
And many people in the Porpoise Point community say they just need to find a way for the flood waters to escape. Their simple idea is to lay some sort of drainage pipes underneath a piece of property so the flood waters can go right out into the intracoastal waterway.
You know, have some kind of a check valve system so water doesn't come in reverse. And every time the tide goes down, you're going to drain.
Neighbors have asked the St. Johns County Commission for this drainage help.
They are going to come out and study our drainage system again.
Neighbors hope the study and work can be done before another hurricane floods the place again. In St. Johns County, Jessica Clark, First Coast News on your side.